Library here. I'm very excited to share with you the first session in our new series called Taste a Title. In this series, I will read a snippet of a book that I think you guys might enjoy. That will be great for middle grade readers. This particular one is going to be great for grades 5 through 8, and it's called Knockout by K.A. Holt. In each of these books, I'll read a little bit of it, kind of give you a teaser of what the book might be, and then you can find it online for free. I will post the link at Junior Library Guild, so you can read it at home and finish it over the weekend, share it with friends, do whatever you'd like to do with it. If you don't like it, that's okay, because we'll come back next week with a different type of title. This week's is a realistic fiction book with some sports mixed into it. So, Knockout by K.A. Holt is about a boy named Levi, and Levi was born with respiratory issues, which means his mom has kind of kept him in a bubble for most of his life. But Levi's ready to break out of that bubble and try something new, and that something new is boxing, which his mom is not gonna like. So let's see the first part of Knockout by K.A. Holt. Who am I? I'm Levi. I'm small but fast. I'm smart but dumb. If you move the letters of my name around, you get live. So here it is. This is my life. This is what it's like, minute by minute, match by match, to live Levi's life. Part 1, Knockout. Mom would die, keel over dead if she saw me right now. If she saw me up here. Got my schedule today, first day of 7th grade, right around the looming corner. Mom wanted to come with me. Timothy wanted to come with me to get my schedule, not to 7th grade. But I begged to do this myself. Just walk the halls, strut along, saying hi to friends, figuring out where my classes will be. I can't believe they let me, and I can't believe I had extra time afterwards to hang out in my tree. The world spreads out from the top of a tree. I can see everything, everyone, and no one can see me. I can be anything up here. I can imagine walking down the street. A man with a cane, a woman with a bike, a kid with a bunch of friends. I can be anyone. I can be anything. I spy with my little eye a bird. Not a bird in a tree, but a bird on a field. Enormous head, big flapping wings, running around crazy. A kid in a suit, zoom, zoom, zooming. Everyone's laughing eyes on that beak, on those wings. Cheerleaders hoot, the coach too. And the bird stops, takes off his head, wings on his hips, and a he is a she. She's so funny running around. Hello up there, hello. A voice I know, a voice that makes me smile. Only squirrels in this tree, I yell down. Only birds and leaves. Leave eyes? Ha, yes, leave eyes. The Levi vision sees everything you do, so you better watch out. My best friend in the whole world is a girl that I met in kindergarten. She's practically twice as tall as me. She's a skinny twig, too. If I look in the mirror and see me, she must look in the mirror and see me. She was born early, too, and she was a 2-pound baby, too. She has an inhaler, too, but she did not have a trach. She does not drink high-calorie protein shakes, and her mom doesn't make her stay home and constantly wash her hands. So much in common, and yet so much apart. Tam pushes her way up the big branch, our bench, as she sits and waves a piece of paper. Show me. A wrinkle in her forehead, the only tiny sign of her worry. I hold my schedule, we compare, and just like that, there's no air. Only one class together. Tam and I have been together every year since kindergarten, and now only one class together. My watch says it's definitely 30 minutes later than I thought. Dang, Timothy! Tam and I leap from the tree, flying squirrels. Bam! My ankles creak at the impact, but I shake it off. Wave to Tam as she runs home and make it to the car. Late. Look through the driver's window and Timothy's mad. It's not like I'm that late. It's not like I'm a tiny baby can't take care of himself. It's not like I'm going to keel over any second. It's not like it used to be. Just don't tell Timothy. He won't believe you. You should keep better track of time. My brother's voice is deep, growly, a sleepy bear waking up. You should have let me know if you'll be late. You should have known. I'd be worried. He keeps talking. I put in my earbuds and turn up the band with no name. Let him talk until he's blue in the face. Talk, 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 man, because my face, it isn't blue anymore, and it never will be. That means there's no reason for him to keep nagging me. Jeez. I don't remember the hole in my neck, the trach tube I needed to breathe, the medical equipment in my house, the almost dying, the surgeries. I don't remember any of it. It's all just stories, and it's very weird to be the main character of a story that's technically yours, but feels more like everyone else's. Timothy, Timothy, Timothy says a lot, usually beginning with "you should" and continuing with blah, blah, blah. And starting over until there are so many shoulds, he probably keeps a should book to keep track of his 1,000,000 Timothy's rules for everyday blah blahs. It's very interesting he has so many rules, considering he apparently broke every rule ever made when he was my age. He was a legitimate delinquent, and he won't say what he did. But now I can barely sneeze without getting the 3rd degree from Timothy, who thinks he is Levi's supreme brother, dad, boss of all things. The band with no names blisters my eardrums while Timothy grips the steering wheel, both hands curled tight. And I wonder what blisters Timothy's ears when he wants to drown out the world. Or is he too much in control to ever want the world to stop? Is Timothy's world just like the steering wheel and Timothy is too afraid to loosen his grip? Hand sanitizer in the kitchen, in the car, on the shelf. Never very far. Gotta kill those germs, Levi. Gotta stay alive, Levi. There's a bubble wrapped in green glue, stuck there, trapped bits of air in an antiseptic world. I feel you, stuck bubble. I feel you, trapped air. My world keeps me close, too. Leaving the house is not exactly forbidden, but Mom doesn't love it. Timothy doesn't love it either. They want me safe and healthy and obviously bored out of my mind. I think they forgot being alive will not make me die. Mom and Timothy keep me close, keep me well. It used to be I didn't care. It used to be that's just how it was. But now something's changing. My insides feel like leaves blowing, blowing, blowing. A storm is coming. I want the wind to catch me, carry me off, break me free. I don't want to be stuck inside, tangled, caught in the branches anymore. When I need to be alone, I sneak away, hide in my tree. When I'm in my tree, I can be me. I am short, not tall. I am small, not big. I like to move, zoom, dash fast. I am Levi. I'm fine. Can anyone see that? Can anyone see me? Timothy reaches over, pops out one of my earbuds. Breathing easy? This is what Timothy and I say instead of hi or how are you or what's up. We've said it for as long as I can remember. I used to think that everyone said it until the very first day of kindergarten. Tam said, huh? When I asked her, breathing easy? And that was my first hint that maybe my life is more zigzag different than everyone else's straight line. Breathing easy, I answer, popping my earbud back in. His eyes glance from the road to me to the road. He wants me to say more, but right now, breathing easy is all I got. I try not to feel different even though I'm small, even though all vacations are to Cincinnati where I am knocked out, scoped, poked, x-rayed, released, like an animal caught in the wild. I try not to feel different even though I am. The good news is that I can sit in my tree and know that Cincinnati isn't until summer. And even then it's just a quick check, they promised. Gotta make sure my airway is big enough now that I could hit my growth spurt in any second. In my room I look at my schedule. It's like those to-do lists that Mom sticks everywhere. English, pre-algebra, art, lunch, geography, history, PE. I find a pencil and add a few more things. Grow 12 inches, show Dad I'm cool, survive 7th grade. Earbuds in, the music's so loud it makes my eyes squint, my teeth snarl, my head sway in a good way. I feel the beat, the cat tornadoes pumping in my own blood, the screaming lyrics like my own words that I can't say. I drown out doubts that I will ever be anything other than a sick baby. I let the noise make me whole. It glues me together. It gives me a voice that's louder than my own. He'll be here soon. Mom's mouth makes the words I can't hear, earbuds out. Get your stuff, kiddo. He's on the way. Dad. I forgot. I smile. A dad weekend. Oh, a break from it all. Something happens to the air in the room when Dad comes over. It gets thick, gummy, trapping you in one spot. Can't move. Timothy goes stiff like he's stuck in the air, and Mom goes silent like her words are those sanitizer bubbles that can't escape. Only Dad seems fine. "Hey, sport," he always says. "Let's blow this popsicle stand." And I fight the thick air to get to Dad's car. I'm not sure how Dad is my dad. He's giant. I'm not. He's hairy. I'm not. He's loud. I'm not. He's pasty white. I'm not. He smiles a lot, and I smile a lot, with crooked teeth that match, proving that at least some of his genes are mine too. Plus, I like him a lot. And so what if Timothy does not? Every other weekend, 4 days a month. That's all I get to see him. Mom says it's too much. Timothy says it's more than too much. But I like Dad and I miss him. And only 4 days a month stinks if you ask me, which no one does. There's this cliche about single dad apartments. You see it in the movies and read it in the books. It's pretty lame because not every grown man is a slob with pizza boxes everywhere with piles of dirty clothes drifting in the corner. Every single dad doesn't live in an apartment with barely any furniture and mattresses. I mean, mine does, but not every one of them does. Just kidding. Dad's place is actually really nice. A house with lots of trees and a screened-in porch and a warm coffee smell. And maybe some pizza boxes every once in a while. My room is comfortable, and even Timothy has a room if he'd ever come to visit, which he has not even once that I can remember. I don't know, it's kind of fun to have a dad who doesn't act like a grown-up. It's kind of fun to grab a pizza and stay up late and have dirty hands and watch movies. Maybe if Timothy was more like a kid and less like a dad, maybe now he'd be less of a pain in my rear end. "Hey, Mr. D." Tam climbs in the car, sweaty from practice. I wrinkle my nose and she holds her armpit in my face. "How's volleyball, Tam?" "Killing it as usual. You guys should come to a game. First one's next week." "Sweet. I love watching Tam play." She spikes the ball and it smashes into the floor like a meteor from outer space. Plus, she always gives me a wink just before she serves, our special signal that the next point is for me. Ever thought about playing a sport? This is what Dad asks while he and Tam and I eat cheeseburgers and look out over the river. Of course I've thought about it, but as Mom reminds me, I'm barely 60 pounds soaking wet. As Mom reminds me, I'm a teacup version of a normal human. As Mom reminds me, sports are dangerous. Sports are for bigger kids. I take a puff from my puffer. Sure, I've thought about it. Baseball? I could throw hard, but could I throw fast? I don't know, seems boring. Football? All three of us look at each other and laugh. Besides, Mom won't let me do contact sports. Why? I point to the scar on my neck. Duh. I point to my lungs. Duh. Sport, you can do anything you want. Yeah, sport. Tam winks and shoves me. Dad puts his hand on my shoulder. Choose something. I don't care what. I'll pay for it. I nod, thinking he's crazy. We won't tell Mom, he smiles. Looks at Tam, holds a finger to his lips. You get a sport, and we get a secret. Oh boy, my heart does a skip, jump, beat. This might be a terrible idea, but also it might be super fun. If being alive won't make me die, then maybe a sport won't either. Only 2 more days of summer and I barely remember how to school. I like school. There, I said it. I like it. I like learning. I like making people laugh. I mean, do I like homework? No. Do I ever get to study for tests? All the time. Does Mom chew her lip because I get sick a lot? Yep. Does Timothy shake his head so disappointed? Constantly. But none of those things change the fact that I like school, and it starts the day after tomorrow. And I can't sleep because I'm so excited. Biggest dork in the world. It's hot, bouncy, I sweat, swallow hard, and will not get car sick. Dad wants me to ride the bus, and somehow through magic or a miracle, or just wearing her down, convinced Mom to let me. And here I am in the seat, hot, bouncing, not puking, 7th grade awaiting me. Man's man, ladies' man, man about town. This is what I say on the first day. Some people laugh, pat me on the back, some people roll their eyes. I don't really know what it means. I saw it in a movie once, but it's fun to say it loudly, and it's fun to be brash. Settle down, Levi. Mr. Shoop is not a fan of a man's man, ladies' man, man about town. Well, maybe I'm not a fan of Mr. Shoop. It's quite a trick, the tightrope of school, balancing, wobbling, no one to catch you, except I have skills. I don't fall off the tightrope, I jump. Surprise! I make them laugh, I make them point. That way the tightrope is mine to control. I will never be invisible. Everyone will always see me. I'm too different. I'm Levi. Speck boy, spindle arms, spider legs. I'm Levi, baby man, short guy. but I will not let them tell me what I look like. I burn bright. I can't be invisible, so I shine right into their eyes. So that's our snippet of Knockout by K.A. Holt. We kind of got a little bit into him starting his sports and the issues that might cause in his life. So if you'd like to hear more about that, like I said, there is a link to the book that you can read for free at home. Please join us next week for our new title. If there's any specific titles or genres you would like to hear about, feel free to send them our way. We're definitely taking suggestions. We hope you enjoyed this one. We hope that you'll dig in and finish the rest of this book. And please join us next week for our next session in their series called Taste a Title from Winona Public Library. Thanks!